Hey everyone, hope you're all well. This is Garrett of Garrett's Gaming, and this is the first video in a series called Why You'll Love, where I go over my most beloved games, why I love them, and most importantly, why I think you'll love them too. Today's episode is on Horizon Zero Dawn, so let's not waste any time and get right into it. I've broken down why I love this game into 6 categories, with the first being the world. The world of Horizon Zero Dawn is simply beautiful. I mean, just look at some of these shots. The world is gorgeous, sprawling, diverse, alive, engrossing. Insert another positive adjective here. There are many unique areas and biomes within the game, as it's set across multiple US states, including Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and Montana. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you build not just a game, but a world and universe that sucks players in like a moray eel's second set of pharyngeal jaws. Yes, it's just like in the movie Alien. Look it up. Anywhere you go, you are bound to find something breathtaking, unique, interesting, or memorable. The balance and juxtaposition of lush nature with man-made structures, abandoned technologies, and metallic machines is not only novel and refreshing, but just inherently interesting. You constantly feel surrounded by unbelievable beauty, while knowing that secrets or danger could lie around any corner. Many of us have likely wondered what would happen to human structures in society if humans disappeared or were wiped out, and playing this game brings that idea to life. Mother Nature has taken over dilapidated buildings, bridges, roads, cars, and other old world technologies, while death machines that crave human flesh pervade the landscape. I kind of added in that craving a human flesh part, but seriously, these machines will murder you. I remember numerous times where I felt so small and in awe of some of the landscapes, structures, and even creatures that you'll find on your journey. Couple this with a masterful attention to detail, and the result is one of the most memorable video games I've ever played. If you haven't played this game, do it, and I promise you'll understand what I mean when I say this is a masterclass in world building. The second reason why I think you'll love Horizon Zero Dawn is the enemies. Ever wanted to know what it would be like to be ripped apart by a giant metal tiger? Do I have the game for you? The enemies in Horizon Zero Dawn are very unique both in terms of their design and in terms of their origin. I don't want to spoil too much, but I love that the origin of these robotic creatures comes to light as you progress through the story. These aren't just your run-of-the-mill evil or generic or forgettable enemies that are simply scattered and dotted around the landscape to slash your way through. Each creature acts differently, occupies different areas and biomes, has different strengths, weaknesses, and even holds a unique personality and set of behaviors. Some are more docile and therefore less deadly. For instance, I love how goofy the Watchers can be, while others are more aggressive, cunning, and dangerous. Each creature fills a niche in their respective biomes, creating entire ecosystems that you'll simultaneously marvel, fear, and respect. The variety of creatures that occupy the world and the care that was used to place them in each ecosystem really makes them stand out compared to most games I've played. And not only that, each creature brings unique challenges to every fight due to having distinct armor placements and weak points. This, combined with the various tools at your disposal and opportunities to exploit environmental advantages, provides a gameplay experience that makes every fight exciting and engaging. Also, certain components used to upgrade weapons and armor are only found on specific creatures, promoting a stronger connection to and understanding of each individual creature. The third reason why I think you'll love this game are the cultures. There are 5 tribes that occupy the world of Horizon Zero Dawn. Some are more social while others are less so, looking at you, Nora, and each have their own traditions, like the Karja sacrificing people for better harvests. Yay! Some have built relatively advanced cities and civilizations where people fall into different classes, while others are matriarchal, equitable, and live more simply off the land. Some choose to study and explore technological ruins, while others avoid them almost entirely, seeing them as the source of the undoing of humans who came before. Similar to the variety of enemies found within the game, each tribe has its own unique characteristics, histories, and cultures. Some prefer isolation and hunting for survival, while others are fond of larger cities with large-scale agriculture, open trade, commerce, and hunting for not only survival, but also as an art form. Some embrace more primitive or simpler forms of living and feel the old ways should not be embraced, while others seek to rebuild, expand, and advance civilization back to its former glory. One tribe can seem quite unified and stable, while another is fragmented with never-ending infighting. Not only do the tribes ideologically differ, but they each have their own styles in terms of structures, armor, preferred colors, hair, and tattoos. I find it so cool that each tribe uses different machine parts in order to construct their own unique armor/looks that set them apart from one another, even between some tribe factions like the Karja and Shadow Karja. The attention to detail and making each tribe unique and memorable is yet another reason this game is so exceptional. It simply makes the game feel more real, like you're actually traveling in the real world, meeting real tribes, all with different histories, cultures, tendencies, conflicts, and pursuits. It's just one more defining feature of a world that is truly engaging, dynamic, and alive. The next reason I think you'll love Horizon Zero Dawn are the concepts. There's something so enthralling about living in the post-apocalypse of a previously advanced human civilization. What can I say? We love the idea of our own destruction. Being dropped into a world centuries after an apocalypse was surprisingly refreshing, even though it's an idea that has been done time and time again. While playing, the game will make you wonder, what would the world look like hundreds of years after a mass die-off of humans? Not only does this game satisfy such a question, but also places you in the shoes of a character centuries after the collapse of modern human society. This allows the player to get an outsider's perspective on the way we currently live, which is really cool. Just like those who lived hundreds or thousands of years ago, those in the world of Horizon Zero Dawn would be intrigued and perplexed by our various technologies, habits, traditions, and ways of living today. This game really puts into perspective that the way we live is highly cultural, is ever-changing, and is by no means set in stone. Such a setting allows for the player to truly reflect upon modern-day living through the eyes of an outsider who is simply observing and trying to make sense of a world lost long ago. Not only are such concepts touched upon throughout the main story, but audio and written logs can be discovered throughout the world to give more context to what the world was like before and how it is vastly different from that of Aloy's. The game constantly mixes the old technological world with the newer, more primitive one, like Aloy and her focus, which allows her to communicate with other focus users, search for old world technologies and data, and get information on machines. Characters salvaging old world technologies to aid them in their now more primitive world is an interesting concept, and again just draws players in as it feels like two worlds are constantly colliding and mixing with one another throughout the game. So the number 5 reason that you'll love Horizon Zero Dawn, the story. I don't want to be too detailed about the story, just in case there are some out there who, for some reason or another, haven't played the game yet. If this is the case, drop everything you're doing, neglect your spouse and children, and play this game. So I'll try to be vague enough to not give anything major away, while being detailed enough to explain why the story is so good. So as you progress through the story, elements are slowly revealed that allow you to start forming a better understanding of the world, its creatures, its people, and why things are the way they are. The story, in my opinion, doesn't follow any rutted out tropes that have been done time and time again, nor does it do something so far out in left field that you roll your eyes in disbelief. The story is engaging, balanced, and simply feels realistic. The story focuses on the interplay between humans, technology, and the Earth, and how human arrogance can backfire and lead to unintended and oftentimes destructive consequences. Ultimately, it kept me hooked and wanting more up until the credits rolled, and even after. I'm excited to see how it continues in the next installment, Horizon Forbidden West. I've already pre-ordered my special edition copy for PS5, so let me know in the comments below if you've pre-ordered yours as well. And last but not least, the final reason for why I think you'll love Horizon Zero Dawn, Aloy. The one thing that brings all these pieces together and could either make or break a game is the main character, and their hair physics. Thankfully, Aloy has incredible, Neutrogena commercial-worthy hair. Seriously, how is her hair so gorgeous and flowy without any shampoo or conditioner? You'd think fighting dinosaur robots in the wilds would result in constant split ends, but not for our girl Aloy. In addition to her iconic red keratin jungle, Aloy is a great all-around character. Her voice acting is not over the top, nor is it too monotone or lifeless. She has a heart and compassion for others, but at the same time is a complete badass that can single-handedly take down robotic dinosaurs, and this is conveyed through her voice, attitude, and interactions with others. Her backstory of being an outsider in her clan and never being fully accepted sets her up as a character as one who is tough, independent, and naturally curious about exploring the outside world. Aloy feels like a real character that could exist in the real world, and this allows for the player to remain immersed throughout the game. A bad main character can ruin a game regardless of the quality of the world or the story, so I'm thankful Aloy is a quality main character here. I'm excited to see how her character develops and where her story and her gorgeous locks go in Forbidden West. So that's why I love Horizon Zero Dawn, and why I think you'll love it too. If you haven't played the game, please play it, and if you're not a gamer, I highly recommend The Art of Horizon Zero Dawn, which has tons of beautiful concept art and information about the world, its landscapes, and characters, as well as extra info on the game's development. There are also comics available as well, which I've read free through my public library's online access, so have a look into those if interested. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you like this kind of content, please hit the like button, subscribe, stick around as I'll be covering other games that I love and why I think you'll love them too. Thanks for watching, keep your heads up, keep gaming, GG's everyone.